Good evening, Entropians. Julian McBain here, and as you can see, we are back to hunting these so-called dragons. I want to know how a monkey gets called a dragon. A tree dragon. Like, that makes it any better. Let's talk to the tree dragon tempo. Whoops. Oh, good for you. I hit the wrong button, asshole. There we go. Let's murder tree dragons that are actually just giant monkeys. Okay, so here's the deal. I have been completely making mistakes here because that's not what I intended to do. I intended to do a controlled cost hunt, so where's my sleep near? Actually, I don't think I actually have to pull it out. There we go. So we're going to convert that. We're going to drop that in there. We're going to split off. This is what, 251, so we'll do 15 ped in ammo. We're going to dump the rest in there. We're going to do a 15 ped controlled cost hunt. See how it turns out. And we're on a timer now, so hopefully I can make up the time, which with my skills I'm not that worried about it, but I don't know what the timer is because like a lot of these missions, they don't tell us. And we just have to kill 30 of them, so that's not going to take too terribly long. So yeah, I want to see what the ratio of possible cost to get these bones, because I've probably put about 3 hours worth of hunting in, 3 or 4 hours, and I've only gotten 57 of those stupid things. Yeah. Yeah. A little bit of suckage there. This is a grindy pre-mission to the actual mission. We're not even in the mission yet. Like, this is part 2 of the FAP Epic quest chain. We haven't even actually started on the quest chain. This is us gathering the crap to start the quest chain. So think about that for a second. Welcome to Entropia universe. And this isn't really a criticism of the game per se, but at the same time, it's like, holy crap. All kinds of things that you have to do ahead of time. Which is cool. I have no problem with that. I mean, hell, I spent the whole month gathering sweat just to the beginner missions on Arcadia. Getting 200 bones by spending a week killing freakish monkey things isn't going to bother me too much. I'm sorry, I don't see dragon, I see monkey. Monkey dragon, maybe. I mean, they've got scales, I guess. You know what? We should totally investifo these guys once we're done with the 30 mob counter, and turn it in so we don't lose the timer wherever the timer happens to be. I would be curious to read about them. I have found that the loot on these guys is pretty good. Like, on average, I found that Cyrene tends to be profitable out the gate. On average. But, I mean, I did a 10 ped hunt and I lost exactly 30 pack, including repairs. 30 pack. So, I mean, realistically, that's not bad at all with all the skills you get. Speaking of which, why am I not on a skill pill? No, 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 no. Stupid. Now shoot him. I know you don't get nearly the efficiency out of using bookends as you do out of using like the LR10. But that's okay. There we go. All right. Now, I don't know if this mission gives tokens. I think it gives a little bit of skill. I don't really know what it does. But I mean, if the tempo trials really do help, I'm gonna do whatever I can. Any little piece of skill I can get, I'm gonna say hell yeah. There we go. That is one thing I've noticed. The herd on this island is just a bit split. And from one side, it won't render the other group. So sometimes you kind of got to go searching for them. And the respawn rate is just a touch slower than someone of my level would be needing. I'm sure that they would do more dodging if I didn't have quite as high a rifle skill as I have. But that being said, it wouldn't be a lot, but it would probably be just enough so they replenish themselves. We're doing pretty good so far. Ugh, I hate how it splits that shrap sometimes. Not a single bone. Not a single bone. Oh my god. Let's see how many we get by the end of this run, and I'll show you on my storage terminal when we're done how many bones I've gotten. I've got like 3 or 4 hours in. 3 or 4 hours in, 57 bones. It's like, really? So, I am looking forward to starting the Epic Mission Chain, though, and one of my sock mates, Urso, has recommended I do the Arc missions, because you get some pretty killer armor, and I'm going to do a shout out here to Urso, and this is apparently the armor you get. This is the female version, since I'm pretty sure Urso is female, or at least the avatar. I'm gonna assume whatever your avatar is, as far as I'm concerned in this game, that's what you are. So she's got this armor, and it's pretty cool. High durability. I think it's it is limited though, but I mean, not bad protection. Especially since it's some of the less common ones, like acid. Okay, so we finished the time trial. I just gotta figure out where the hell I am. Oh, bugger. Pull him back. Come on. There we go. Okay. Back to the tempo manager within the time limit. I don't even know what the time limit is, you bastard. Okay, now I got an honest to God complaint. Put a freaking clock up so I know how much time I got left. Okay. So I gained a little bit of dexterity by the looks. I don't think that I get anything else. Yeah, I got 0.63 points of dexterity, so at my level for 30 kills, that's really not bad. It's not. But we have more ped to burn. Approximately 11 of them, in fact. You know, when I first came to Cyrene, I thought these were moons. Or possibly stars that were just like white dwarfs, really dim. Nope. It is actually a platform in a force field. I have yet to figure out how to get in. But I did find, I wonder if those, so back where we were, there are 2 televators. And they go to different areas. I wonder if that's how you get in there. Okay. Sorry if I'm a little silent. My phone started blowing up. I needed to make sure no one had died. Okay. So, I started reading Think and Grow Rich again. And after reading a lot of the other stuff I have been reading, it's really starting to impact me in ways that it didn't impact me the first time I read through it. It's probably been a decade. Oh, hell, it's been a decade and a half since I read it. I think I read it the last time I was 21, 22. I'm 35. So, almost a decade and a half since I've read it. I've got a copy somewhere. Like a physical copy. I ended up buying the ebook and the audio. I bought them both. Because I want to be able to go back and reread pieces of it. And actually have, like, the full quote. There's important things in there that... As far as the author is concerned, and quite frankly, some very famous people, it's the way you can be successful at anything. And I think it's the basis for, or the same idea concept was the basis for Dan Peña's Quantum Leap program, because both originated with Dale Carnegie, who of course was a steel magnate in Scotland at the beginning of the 1900s. And so I'm really enjoying the reread. There are things I had forgotten, concepts I had forgotten, things that I had read elsewhere in different words. In fact, in the first 5 minutes of listening to it, if you had told me that, so one of the Jordan Peterson's rules for life was essentially in it. Different wording, different premise, but if you lay the two side by side, they're basically saying the same thing. Because, you know, Peterson's very much get your life together, be the best you can be. And Napoleon Hill's like, get your shit together and make a shitload of money. So, premise is different, wording is different, but if you distill it, you know, if you throw it into the foundry and you hammer the steel in the forge, it's going to turn out the same knife. So I thought that was very cool, and that really caused me to tune in very quickly on what was being said. And so I'm really enjoying the reread or the re-listen. I'm going to go through the whole thing, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to start following the instructions, because I think there's a lot of wisdom contained in there, and I know that it has its naysayers and detractors, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's incorrect. And it may not work for everyone, but it does work for some people. Obviously. So we'll see how that goes. I might tie in some of it to McMain Moments, you never know, or into these videos. But I just kind of wanted to share that with you. I've really been enjoying it. We're about halfway through our run. It's been a while since I've had to do just like a blanket hunt. Just a grind hunt on video. We've always had some sort of encapsulating mission. There's a couple of other things I might throw in between while I'm trying to grind out, because we have to do the bones and the bone-in meat, and according to Bayrock, according to Via Gaming, the bones have a rhythm to them. So I gotta figure that pattern out. And according to Bayrock, the bone-in meat is a pain in the ass. He hunted Tide Claws. The lowest level Tide Claw I've seen is level 50. And I know there are level 100s on this planet, because I've seen another player who Twitch streams, whose name I unfortunately cannot remember. I apologize if you're watching this that I can't remember your name. But he was fighting level 100 Tide Claws with like an LR 30 or 35 and just kiting them for days. Like, you can... The Tide Claws are not fast. You can just kite those suckers all day long. And as long as you don't run into anything, you're golden. I bet if we were to take a single Tide Claw... That was disturbing. A single Tide Claw, eliminate all the other mobs on the planet, like do it in a sandbox for experimentation. And if I were to take unlimited ammo and Buchan's spare rifle, just so I can keep its aggro and keep kiting it, I bet I could go around the whole bloody continent. I do. I really do. I think that would be hilarious. See, we've only gotten 3 bones this whole time. This is how grindy this gets. And I am not someone who's opposed to grind. I actually enjoy the grind. There was a time I did not enjoy the grind. And then I learned to enjoy the grind. You know, embrace the grind. Big Industries has a lot of wisdom. Not bad for 4 guys playing from around the world. That's literally all they are. 4 very intelligent, very savvy entrepreneurs who invested in the game, put together Big Industries, contributed back to the players, and now they're like the biggest player-owned corporation outside of Foma and Crystal Palace. And there's like no formal structure. They're there under agreement. They could totally screw each other if they wanted to, but they don't. And that's why I think that Entropia is a platform that really is art mimicking life. I think it's awesome. I really do. And the funny thing about this whole hunt is if I really wanted to, if I didn't care about the ammo burn, because I'd lose, like, I'd just be hemorrhaging Ped doing this. Like, literally pissing my money into the wind. I could take out my LR-15 and probably have all the bones in an evening, barring the need to wait for respawns. Because you pretty much one-shot these things with an LR-15. It's not worth the ammo burn to me. I might have to take... I do wish I had brought more B101s with me. They do make it a little more efficient, more eco. And I haven't had the... I haven't really wanted to invest the Ped into an energy weapon amp, which I really should. I need to. Although... Truth be told, I could go after the Barbarella, which of course you pick up in the web shop. Hang on, let me look that up. Hey, I didn't tell you to stop firing. So... I think to get the amp, you have to be on the level 3 one. Just gonna rearrange my microphone here so you can hear me. Gold starter pack. It goes for $30 US, so it's about 300 Ped. I don't get the avatar skins because I already have it. You get all the armor, which I really can't use. Well, I can, but I have no need for it. You do get the neurobiotic boosters. They're A5s like you get in the refills, like I normally get. And you get 20 of them, so that's not bad. And you get... what, 5 HDNA, and you get some oil, and you get the lupus, so there's definitely some good stuff in there. You get the excavator, you get the IO pulse unit, which is the mid-range FAP. I really should just review all this. Basic detectionator, a refiner, 257 Ped and universal ammo. The Z12 Barbarella, which I think is actually just a tad more efficient than Buchan's. What's the Oh no, it's actually slightly less efficient. 0.1% less efficient, so 10 basis points. Come back here. But it does up to 9 damage. And you get the scope, which gives you the 2 points of skill mod as opposed to the 1.2 I have on, which I actually should have on this rifle, but it's on my LR15 right now. Yep, and there's the amp, and it's the ZX Syncadus. It only fits on Z-Series carbines by the look. It only adds 40 ammo burn, but does 2 extra damage, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's 84.7% efficiency rate. That ammo burn for that much damage, it's a lot of damage for 40 ammo. I mean, if we look at Bookins, it does up to 7 damage. It has a 155 ammo. Burn. Oh, for Pete's sake. Thank you. So, 155. Divided by 7. So, this uses 22.14 ammo per damage point. Okay? So, if you're using... For every hit point this rifle does in damage, it's using 22.14 ammunition. Whereas the ZX Syncadus does it for 20. Now that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're cycling hundreds of ped worth of ammo, it adds up very quickly. And then the Barbarella does up to 9 and uses... How much ammo does this sucker use? 215? 215. I'm gonna have like a pile of lootable bodies by the time I'm done. Divided by 9. Yeah, see, the Barbarella does... Oh, for Christ's sake. It's about 23.5 ammo per damage done on the Barbarella, so it's definitely necessary in the Barbarella. I think if nothing else, it would be just slightly faster hunting. It's kind of unfortunate that that amp only works on Z-Series rifles, and as far as I know, that's the only Z-Series rifle. So I'm probably not going to go that route. It's not worth a 300 ped to me. I mean, you do get 257 ped worth of ammo, and you get all of the other stuff too, but I don't need beginner armor. And I have a car, although the Lupus looks it looks like a souped up Valk is what it looks like, and unfortunately I was stupid and sold my Valk to the trade terminal because I was too newbie to know that you can repair vehicles even though it's a limited item. When they say limited, it means TT value, not physical damage to vehicles. It hurts me in the soul. That's okay. We're actually doing pretty good. We're down to 3 ped. And this only uses like a peck per shot, 2 peck per shot. It's not a lot. Okay. We're getting there. I mean, we're down to 3 ped. That's what, 4/5 of the hunt already done? And we don't actually bring it all the way down to 0 if you think about it. I swear to God, the sound effects in this, it makes it sound like I'm surrounded. I need to pay more attention to my radar, which tell me I'm not. But I don't believe the radar. I can hear them. Why would I believe the radar? Stupid radar, always telling me the truth. Believe it or not, I haven't had a drop of alcohol tonight, and it's like 21:30 hours on the East Coast. And I don't intend to. In fact, I don't intend to all week if I can help it. And 3 days last week without. First time I went multiple days without alcohol in over a year. Yes, I know, that's bad. Not denying it, which is why I'm doing this. I know it's bad. I'm aware it's bad. So I need to get better. How many bones do we have? No, we're up to 3 bones. For those of you who are new, please do not be discouraged. Please do not be discouraged by how grindy this gets. Seriously. It is worth the time you put in. It seriously is. And you kind of get into a chill rhythm with it. It's really nice. There you are. You just, it starts to become just part of your daily routine. It's how you relax. And then you get to see silly things like that, like monkey dragons climbing invisible stairs like Wile E. Coyote. For those of you too young to remember who Wile E. Coyote is, I pity you. Go look him up. I'm sure you can find old Roadrunner cartoons on YouTube. And if you can't, boy, whoever ended up with the rights to Merry Melodies sure missed out on a perfect opportunity. I don't even know who owns Bugs Bunny anymore. Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. Somebody said, who owns that franchise now? It's probably Disney. Let's look that up. I'm curious. Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers owns it. That makes sense. Of course, the owners of the Animaniacs. Ah! Tiny Toon Adventures. God, I'm old. Fun fact, Bugs Bunny is a U.S. Marine. A retired U.S. Marine. And he retired at, like, E9. He's either a Master Gunnery Sergeant or a Sergeant Major. Yeah. Yeah, Bugs Bunny. All over a cartoon. Because, a lot of these cartoons that, you know, if these older cartoons, they actually were originally conceived of just before and during World War II. And so they were really there to kind of relieve the stress from the ongoing war. You'd watch them in theaters. In-home television wasn't exactly common at the time. Okay, let's vacate. Ah, there we go. I'm like, I can't find my course. Of course, if I just turn my bloody head... Oh, boy. Never believe I actually used to fly planes. Can't even fly a virtual... Why the hell did that happen? I did not say get out of the cockpit. Whoa. That's pretty trippy. Oh, that would be awesome for shooting people. I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yes, I meant for, like, shooting people on the ground. Not that I PvP all that much, but... Is that... Oh, no, that is as low as it gets. So, I'm gonna start, like, landing over here. Okay, so let's go figure this out. See, there's 2 televators. One for Marivor and one for Lugivs. You know what? Let's turn all this in and we're just going to kind of check. You know what? Screw it. Let's just check this out real quick. I want to know what this is. Hey there, here's some basic info about this instance, LUIGIPS. This is a timed run to get from beginning to end. There's no basic or advanced run. If you wish to try and complete the course, you must have a jade fragment in your inventory. This will not be consumed. To attempt to complete the course, it will cost you 2 Imperium key tubes. Okay, so there's definitely some stuff to discover that I didn't discover the last time I was here. Now let's check this one. Hey there, here's some basic info about this instance Maravor, which I'm probably totally ruining. This instance has no mobs. It is a time run to get from beginning to end. There is an advanced run mission for a reward that is repeatable every 12 hours. Otherwise, you can go in and practice for no reward. There's a basic run mission for players to practice and get a small reward once every 21 hours. So this one doesn't have requirements. Oh, you know what that means? That totally means we're going to have to try it. That's going to be its own video, though. I think I'm going to do that next time. Because I'm not confident that I'm going to have all of these stupid bones. Okay, so let's see how we turned out. First off, oh yeah, we don't want to run that, so 14.26. And we still have 97 pick. We made a profit, ladies and gentlemen. At least on the surface. I don't think we got any like weird extra loot like guns or armor or anything. Let me take a look. No, not from these. So hang on just a second while I calculate. 14.26. Oh, I shouldn't have put it there. That's okay. 14.26 plus 0.97. So, hang on. Sorry about that, guys. Had to sneeze. So, on the surface, we're 15.23 ped on a 15 ped run. Now, let's put this back and convert it. So 9.67 plus 5.65, that's 15.32 ped. Now let's check out decay or repairs. Now this is where things get kind of screwy because I don't count decay on limited weapons, but I do count decay on unlimited weapons, which I probably shouldn't. 1.25. So we lost less than a ped. And we got skills. That's nothing. That's awesome. And this is low level hunting. This is like super low level hunting. Oh yeah, I need to show you my storage terminal. So there it is, 57 bones. We're now adding another 5. We're up to 62. Don't we feel special? Ugh. Yeah, I've got a lot of ped locked up in here. I don't want to do anything with it until I actually need it. I probably should, because then I could turn it into deeds or something, but yeah. So, okay guys, that's where we're going to wrap up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Guys, I really appreciate all of your support. Hey, make sure you check out my website, www.mcbainmanor.com. And make sure you check out my sponsors shop on Etsy, etsy.com/shop/critical links. Critical links for all your jewelry needs. Make sure you go check her out. Guys, I really appreciate all the support. You all have an excellent evening.